The action on the ice wasn't the key focus, though. The stands were full of supporters waving the Korean unification flag. "We are one," this banner declares. Outside, protesters had a different message. It looks like North Korea is to complete its nuclear development in March, this man says. The regime is just using our Olympics as a disposable event until then. Susan Ormiston is in Pyeongchang to cover the game. So, Susan, you know, many people here in the West just see these signs of apparent unity as a big positive, but I suspect the view is a little different on the ground.
Yeah, much more shaded and a lot more realist. You know, the decision to include North Korea here was politically popular in South Korea and with the IOC, but among young South Koreans in particular, not so much. In fact, the president's popularity dropped 6 percentage points after that decision was made. It's a matter of pride, really. I mean, the South Korean women's hockey team is not a strong team, but it's in a development phase, helped in part by a couple of Canadian Korean players and a Canadian-American coach. And it's a big deal here domestically. So the fact they had to integrate a dozen North Korean players at such late notice has been a real challenge. And it did not help, Adrian, when a government official said, well, it's not like they're going to win. That kind of political clumsiness really ricocheted here.
Well, you know, the political interest of North Korea in the games probably isn't sitting very well with people. What's the conversation around that?
There's a lot of suspicion about Kim Jong-un's motivations for joining these games. Some North Korea watchers suggest that he got everything and gave up nothing, that he will use these Olympics to show off to the world North Korea's influence and power and give up nothing from the nuclear arsenal and that strategy. They also suspect that he wants sanctions lifted, and that's part of the plan. So they're saying North Korea is sitting up there in Pyongyang looking at these Olympics very carefully and looking at what opportunity they have to show off to the world, really. So that's a worry. But I must say that I do have heard from several South Koreans I've spoken to a cautious hope that any kind of rapprochement, any move towards talks, maybe lead to something in the future is a good thing. On the other hand, some people say it's galling that on the eve of the opening ceremonies here, North Korea is getting so much attention.
So many expectations always around the games. Susan Ormiston in Pyeongchang. Thanks.